Immigration, another hot issue. Immigration is one of the hottest issues in the presidential contest. Earlier this week, a new federal law went into effect, enabling more than 1 million undocumented immigrants between the ages of 15 and 31 to apply for temporary protection from deportation. We hear from one young woman who plans to apply.
My name is Karen. I'm 20 years old. I was born in Mexico, but I've never gone back, so all I know is here, California, San Francisco. I'm here at the Catholic Charities of San Francisco to see if I'm eligible to not be deported back. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
I'm Karen.
Hi, Beltran. Nice to meet you. All right, wonderful. Let's get started. Are you excited?
Yeah.
When did you come to the U.S.?
I came to the U.S. when I was about 7 months.
Okay, 7 months, so you were a little baby. And your parents brought you?
Yeah, my parents.
Okay. When did you graduate from high school?
2010. I hope that I qualify. I just want to be able to work so I could support myself. I feel like I've been here so long that I belong to this country. I know there's a lot of people that hope for the same thing as me. We just want to be able to go to school and work legally and just be like any other American.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and good luck. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
You covered that story on Wednesday when they started accepting applications. What are there other qualifications? What are the qualifications for being able to apply even?
You have to be under 31. You have to have been brought here when you were under 16 years old. You have to have lived here for the past 5 years continuously. Either a high school degree, a GED, or be in college, or be in high school even, and to not have any felony convictions. The big part of this is you get not just a 2-year deferral of your deportation, whether you have a deportation order or not. It defers any such decision for 2 years, and then you also get a work permit. Now that's the biggest part, because you can get a social security number, a driver's license, you can qualify, you can apply for any professional license like nursing licenses. So it has a huge ripple effect on.
Mathai, what kind of assurances are there to these folks that the government's not going to use this information now or in 2 years to go after them and deport them or their family members? I mean, are there any assurances, or are you really just you're taking your chance at this?
Well, there's two things. One, you are taking your chances in different ways. In regards to whether your information will be shared, they're saying that the Customs and or Citizenship and Immigration Services will not share the information with Border Patrol or other enforcement figures unless it's a national security or a criminal issue. So there are some protections built in that way.
We know that this whole program came about because of an executive order by President Obama. But what happens if Mitt Romney is elected president in November? What's the impact potentially on these thousands of kids and this whole plan?
Even the most conservative immigration advocates that I've talked to, the ones who want very strict controls on immigration, they don't believe Mitt Romney would revoke these work permits and visas, these work permits and this temporary status for these immigrants. However, he could stop the program in 2 years. He could decide that he wouldn't renew the program. This program is very similar to another program called temporary protected status. There are many other groups that have gotten this over the years, Cubans, Liberians, and as far as I know and people I've talked to, it's unheard of for somebody with temporary protected status to have that status revoked unless they did something else, like a criminal act.
So this is open to all groups, not just Latinos, any immigrant who wants to apply?
Any immigrant who meets those age requirements and other requirements, it's open to everybody.
What was the mood? I mean, it must have been very exciting for these folks, right? What was the mood then when the first day of these applications that you could get them? I mean, was there elation? Was there fear? What was it like?
I think it's a little bit of both, because there's tremendous excitement, particularly that you can be legal, that you can. There was one man I talked to who was excited to be able to get a job. He felt like he'd been dependent on his parents and his sister to pay for tuition. There's people who are excited to just be able to drive a car. All these really basic things that people are just extremely excited about. At the same time, there is some anxiety because it is people are worried about the presidential election and what that would mean. People do know that it's just a deferral of deportation for 2 years. It's not a path to legal status as the DREAM Act in Congress would have given them. So it's a temporary situation as way it's being billed, but yet the excitement is so great just to get any semblance of legal status that many people are going to apply.
Who supports them? And I mean, through this process, and are we in court yet over this?
We're not in court as far as I know, but there is a concern that there's so much excitement and concern that people may act hastily that there's a lot of concern about fraudulent immigration attorneys. So a lot of nonprofits, churches, Catholic charities, all sorts of other groups are putting up forums and individual sessions for these immigrants to come and get help on their paperwork. So there's a huge movement right now, and for people to get free but accredited, recognized help.